Yeah! Hey, listen to the excitement in my voice, Anthony. What did I say about our next guest an hour ago, Anthony? What did I say?
You said, who is he?
Your favorite comedian.
My favorite comedian, without a doubt.
Man, thank you.
Funniest guy you'll ever see in a club.
Thank you so much, man.
And he works clean. So, Brian Regan, be funny.
Oh, look at
No, just kidding.
Be funny now.
Now.
Be funny immediately. It's like when you're on a flight. I dread when the person next to you gets to that "what do you do for a living" question.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can either lie, and then you got to back up a lie, which could be 6 hours of torture.
I backed up a lie before it sucked.
Or else you can tell the truth, which is as torturous, if not more. Because once you say, you're a comedian, they just kind of look at you. They always cock their head back. It's always like, well, even if they don't say it, the attitude is, well, it's time to prove this comedy thing to me.
Start to comede.
Prove it to me because I'm in the window seat. Who are you? I had a guy talk to me one time. He had seen me perform at Dangerfields here in New York years ago, and he's getting on the flight, and he recognized me from that. He wasn't even sitting next to me. He was sitting behind me. You know how high those seats are.
Yeah.
And the guy wanted to have a conversation with me for the whole flight. Hey, have you ever met Rodney Dangerfield? He can see my eyebrows. Well, he does come into the club sometimes. What's he like? Can we stop talking? Can we stop talking?
You got to do that thing where you just kind of cock your head, and you still can't see him. I don't know why you even bother turning your head a little bit.
Are you enjoying looking at my hairline?
Put the seat back and crush his leg.
It's always that one that you think it's the last question. There's a little bit of a pause, or oh man, maybe we're done here.
Yeah.
Does he do time when he comes into Dangerfields? Why don't you go to Dangerfields and find out
For yourself and leave me the F alone. Oh, man.
You were here a while ago when we first... And it's funny that you're in here today because we were just having a little retrospective on our career here at NEW. Mm-hmm. And we were here for about...
You were here for about 8 minutes when I was here.
True.
When I was here last
I believe you were our first guest ever on the show.
In New York, yeah.
Yeah. And you were part of every phone call that would come in.
Opie?
Yes, we're new here at NEW, the new guys. Hi, how you doing?
You suck. F you. Put on some Skinner. Shut up and play the music. Screw you. You suck. Hey, Brian, you're really funny. Screw you, Opie and Anthony. You suck.
Play some tall.
I know. I don't know what it is about people that just can't handle anything new, Yeah. It's like we're new. We're the new radio guys here at this hour. You are not what we are used to. Hello, I'm sitting here and I'm used to something, and this is different from that. So stop the differentness. Isn't that right, honey? She's nodding yes.
Yeah, so we put up with that, which was really fun.
Yeah. Things have drastically changed, Brian. We don't play any music anymore.
No music?
No. NEW, the Rock of New York. We don't play music anymore.
Oh, no.
Are you allowed to, just break in the song yourselves?
Yeah.
If
I don't think we've done that. We had a clip of Opie singing yesterday, and it wasn't very attractive, to tell you the truth.
And then people calling, that is not what we're used to. You normally don't do that, so don't do that. This is not what I'm used to. This is different from what my normal daily experience is. I like everything else in my life.
That's Brian from a year and a half ago.
Voice from the past.
We have played that clip. Has to be 100 times.
Oh, man.
Has to be 100 times, man.
So no music. You guys just sit here and talk about the day and
just yap and trade stocks and pretty much.
Yeah, we don't even talk about the day usually. No.
Every once in a while you realize the mic is on. You got to come over and say something.
Yeah.
Sometimes an inadvertent curse goes out over. That's why they put us. Since you were here, we weren't even on a delay when you were here. We are now on, I swear to God, I drive home, I listen to the show. That's how much of a delay they have put us on now. 40 seconds. So, if I said, fucking cunt.
Whoa!
See,
What did you say?
See, we're on a very long delay. Not only us, but there's a guy in a room down the hall, swear to God, who has 2 more buttons.
I actually walked by that room. It's like a big, giant, round button. It's about 3 feet in diameter. And he just sits here and hits it every time. Every time he hears something bad coming through.
It's a circus. So that's
press the button.
So that's what we've been up to the past couple of years. What have you been doing? Touring around, being funny man.
I want to curse.
Yeah, see, it was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun. I watched you do that, and I could, it just seemed like. Can I say
you
like
never curse?
No, I don't.
We'll give you a curse.
Yeah, go ahead. Opie, get ready on the button.
No, but make it good.
Yeah.
If you're going to curse, make it good, because the 3 people on hold will hear it.
I just want to make sure that that they're on the button because.
Oh, you can't be fined by the FCC.
Damn.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
I hope they got that. I hope they got that because
you're out there, man.
Well, I feel bad because it ain't. You guys would be the ones off the air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's okay.
If that were to slip through.
The electronic equipment never ever fails. It's a wonder of technology.
I had a guy. I do work clean. I had a guy come up to me after a show one time. I used the expression "pissed off." I don't even know if I can say that here.
Oh, yeah.
You could say pissed off.
Which I thought was, within the parameters of cleanliness. And this guy came up to me after the show just shaking his head no, saying, I've always appreciated the fact that you work clean.
Oh, my God.
I brought my my sister out. She likes clean comedy. And you had to say pissed off.
That's a little much.
I don't know what to do, And I actually ended up taking it out of my act, like, man, I'm offending people left and right with my language.
You're crazy. It's like Showtime at the Apollo with you.
I am out there, riding the edge without a helmet. So, no more of that language. If you come out, you ain't going to be hearing that kind of talk.
Doesn't work blue.
No.
I woke up the next day after seeing you, and I couldn't breathe. My ribs hurt. I was laughing so hard.
Thanks.
He was beat up after he left. Is what it was.
Yeah, I got hijacked, but
I was guy that was mad at your language or something and left the club beating everybody senseless. It was amazing.
Did you hear what he said?
Pissed off. I got to hit you now.
I brought my favorite nun. And he uses that kind of language? Somebody's going to pay.
Is that what the case is now in the audience? Because a lot of comics don't work clean, so you must get everybody that can only see clean comics. Busloads of handicapped children, nuns. What?
I don't know why they would need it to be clean, but yes, you know how they like clean comics. Actually, I don't really promote the fact that it's clean because then people think it's like
religious.
Yeah, that it's like really too on a wholesome side, and it's like I like to think what I do is I don't know. I don't want to pat myself on the back. I was going to use the word good, but it sounds self-serving. I think it's adequate.
I'm good.
In fact, that's what I tell clubs to put out on the marquee. Adequate comedy.
He's good. Brian Regan, I'm good.
Yeah, like how they have
that's what, you should
how they have
that.
reporters and names of critics that say how the act was. Yeah. Just put Brian Regan. Brian Regan says, I'm good.
Oh, no.
Make the retard face, put it on a poster, and have it outside the comedy clubs. I'm good.
I'm going to come out as being cocky now. I hope they hit the delay button on that,
Oh, cocky?
No, you still haven't.
No, good. I don't want to be saying that. I'm all right, I guess.
You're
adequate.
Right.
Yeah.
Adequate.
Adequate comedy.
More than adequate. My God, man.
Anyway.
You're trying to sell some seats over here.
They're probably
For the love of
Caroline's
God.
listening go,
Oh, my God, he's saying he's adequate.
people are calling to cancel. We were going to go see that guy, but adequate? I mean, is that worth a Saturday night?
Do you have someone coming in that's a little more mediocre?
Is that adequate guy coming back to town soon? I never felt such an adequate show. So, hopefully people, do a little chuckling or whatever.
Sure.
They will. They certainly will. We had a whole discussion because of you. We played one of your tracks off your CD. Are you still selling that CD anywhere? Because I had to order the damn thing.
Yeah, you can get it on the internet and stuff like that, and it's also in certain, certain music stores.
Yeah, one of the funniest CDs you'll ever hear.
Thank you.
But there's an Evel Knievel bit on there that made us discuss Evel Knievel all afternoon long.
Well, we probably grew up around the same time, so Evel Knievel was a huge thing on TV.
We had a discussion, Brian. Who was cooler, Evel Knievel or his son Robbie?
And we just figure Robbie's I don't know.
He's a puss. He doesn't jump like his father. Yeah, because the father just didn't have shocks. He didn't have a ramp reel.
Computerized ramp, so they know exactly the angle. Evel just set up some plywood on a fence, and then flopped on the concrete for a while.
I like the bales of hay at the end of the... What kind of safety feature is like 8 stacks of, little squares of hay stacked up at the end, But they still do it. Robbie still...
yeah, like that's going to help you.
Hay. When he went headlong into that. When he went over the Grand Canyon, he fell off and... Don't worry, he hit the hay. He's all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Pillow soft bales of hay. This stuff's like concrete, for God's sake.
They should take the medians down off the Long Island Expressway and just stack hay. Hey, from here all the way out to the tip of Long Island.
Ooh, that tractor trailer cut me off. I did 80 into the median. Thank God it was hay.
Honey, are you nodding off at the wheel? Sweetie, what are you worried about? They got hay. It's all stacked up.
They're replacing the airbag now. A big bale of hay shoots out of your steering wheel when you hit something.
Well, you know what I think is weird, too, about Robbie Knievel? First of all, Robbie, I mean, he that Grand Canyon thing, I saw it repeated the other night. Mm-hmm. That was pretty, no parachute, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how deep it was. Maybe they picked a part of the Grand Canyon that was like 3 feet deep.
It's going to take another 6 billion years of water dripping for it to be impressive.
Yeah, right. When the Grand Canyon is completed, this would have been an impressive jump.
Yeah.
No, I think it was deep in the whole 9 yards, But he still wears his dad's clothes when he jumps. That's what I think.
That's a little weird. Yeah.
It's like that 70s red, white, and blue, leather outfit.
Viva Knievel outfit there.
The superhero outfit.
You know what I think? I don't think the whole Daredevil world is regulated. There's no governing body, so they're getting away with murder. I saw a motorcycle jump show, some Daredevil show, and they said this guy was going to jump. I think it was like 30 stretch limousines.
Yeah.
And then they show those stretch limousines, and they're all lined up side by side. Yeah. They're all touching each other. Who cares that they're stretched? Aren't Volkswagen Bugs about the same width? You got to be kidding me. What does that have to do with anything, So I'm surprised some guy doesn't, attempt to jump, an entire, Amtrak train, but put the ramps up, on the side.
The side, you can do it on a bicycle.
Yeah. 37 cars, ladies and gentlemen.
Either that or we need a governing body for the thrill seekers out there.
There's got to be a body.
All right, let's take a break and breathe. Our guest today, Brian Regan. We love Brian Regan. Look at the face he made. Gee, golly.
Jeepers criminy.
Opie and Anthony. 102.7 WNEW.
We got to quickly go to the phones here. Kristen is dying to talk to Brian.
Hi.
Hey, Kristen, you're on the radio with Brian Regan.
Oh, my God, I'm so excited. I think you're the best ever.
Kristen, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love the bit that you do about the cobweb.
Right.
You're walking down the street. It's kind of dumb to do on the radio.
I was just going to say, that's
really
the worst bit to do on the radio, but that's really nice of you to say that you like it. Thank you.
Oh, look, he's doing it now.
Yeah. Come on, Brian. Walk into the wind again for us. Come on.
I'll just do it, and hopefully people out there can, hopefully they laugh so hard they drive into a bale of hay. But, it's just when you're walking on the street and, you walk into a spider web, it looks stupid because nobody else sees the web. They just see you walking off in the distance, suddenly flipping out for no reason whatsoever. You're just walking along. You're pulling stuff off you. People going, what happened to him? That man, his behavior, it's different than what it was. So we are uncomfortable with that. I actually did that bit on the CD, which is very hard because the whole joke is completely visual.
Right.
So as I'm doing the CD, I had to try to explain with words like things that I would do, like that. So, you're sitting there flailing and grabbing things up. I'm going, oh, man, this is way too wordy. And I have another bit, where I have to wave, that the visual in the joke is me waving. And then as I'm doing it for the CD, I realized nobody can see this. So I had to say, so you're just kind of, waving uncomfortably there. I hope this is playing to the listeners. I just imagine people listening to the CD. What the hell is this guy talking about? Pulling stuff off his body and awkwardly waving.
I love the thing that you do where it's like, you too. The wrong thing.
Yeah, we love the you too.
You too. We say that all the time. You must get that all the time, Brian.
No,
people coming up to you.
It's a nice compliment. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thanks, Kristen.
Oh, God damn, that's funny.
Thanks, man. On the CD, they have, you just do an hour, and then they just, put it together. It's seamless when you listen to it.
Sure.
But the producer wanted bit titles. I guess they can break it up into different bits, even though when you're listening, it doesn't fade out and go into the next joke. So he needed, bit titles, and there was a deadline for him. So I was in an airport... with a bank of payphones, and I had this list of bit titles, and there was a businessman to my right and this, woman standing to my left, and I'm on the phone going, donut lady. Then stupid in school. Then feeling lousy. You just wonder, what is this guy talking about?
Who's he talking to? Do you still do donut lady in your act?
Sometimes. I don't usually. Sometimes I do. I try to mix it up every show, so it's a little bit different. But, because I feel bad for I feel bad for the donut ladies because people can't make up their mind, when you go in there. I don't know what it is about buying donuts that make people freak out, that they go in there, okay, okay, all right, okay, I want a dozen donuts, and, you got a lot of donuts. Okay, I'm going to start with 4 chocolate. I want 2 Twisty-Goos. I want a lemon twirler and 2 lemon twirlers. I want a honey Bavarian puff. No, I want a lifty crunch. No, I want 2 crunches. Get the ladder. I want a Bavarian apple twirl. Get the ladder. Hey. Why don't you go out inside and think it over, huh? It's a big decision. You can't blow donut day. But, I've come to the realization that the donut ladies know you got to do this. Because sometimes they do the subtraction for you in front of all the other customers and make you look like a moron, You go in there, I'd like a dozen donuts. I'll start with 7 chocolate. You have 5 left. Oh. Okay, if I order 1 more, then how many would I have left? How many would I have then, donut lady? That's what I need to know and now. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. I think she's palming a clicker. I think she's cupping something. She's got a little ball and strike clicker back there.
Oh, man, that's funny. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew, what's going on today?
Hey, not too much. I just wanted to say, Brian, I really appreciate your humor, and I wanted to hear Cup of Dirt.
Cup of Dirt.
Cup of Dirt, yeah, that's a good bit, too.
Yeah, we used to do that while I was in the Army back and forth. We talked. It was absolutely got us in stitches.
Thank you so much, man. Well, it's I feel weird that I make a career out of how stupid I am and was. But what he's talking about is science projects, I used to dread waking up the morning the science project was due. Your head'd pop off your pillow. Oh, no. That's due today. I had 9 months to work on it. I did nothing. I've got a cardboard box and a marker. and you'd show up, and all the other kids, their parents made their projects, which I hated. They're like backing them in on flatbed trucks. The one kid with the volcano. He didn't know how to zip up his own pants, but he built a volcano. Wait, how'd you swing that? And then there was a kid with the solar system, a bunch of styrofoam balls held together with coat hangers. Hey, you're breaking some new ground there, Copernicus. He's going, the big yellow one's the sun. The yellow one, the yellow one is the sun. Teacher's like, okay, what are these other planets? The big yellow one, the one in the middle, they refer it as the sun. They say, all right, calm down. The one in them, all right. So I didn't know what to do, I one year for my science project, I just brought in a cup of dirt. Hoping she'd know that I was an idiot and just walk right on past me, just as long as I was holding something, so I'm holding up this cup of dirt, hoping she'd walk by. But she stops right in front of me and goes, what do you have there, Brian? It's a cup of dirt. Just put an F on there and let me go home. She's like, well, explain it. Well, it's a cup with dirt in it. I call it cup of dirt. You should go ahead and move on now. You can go ahead and move on down the table now. Oh. I have to relive that every night.
Were you truly that stupid as a kid? Come on.
I was.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was pretty stupid. Weird. Usually you're trying to lie at how smart you were. I gotta I can get my transcripts and prove it. I swear I was a moron. Nobody believes me. I'm telling you that God's honest truth. I was the stupidest kid ever.
Oh, this is great.
God damn.
Let's go to Steve. So many people want to say hi to you. Steve, what's going on, man?
Hey, Brian. Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
I want to tell you, you did a bit I saw on the Comedy Channel a while back. It was you were doing the school bit and how stupid you were and so forth. And the teacher came up to you and was doing can you do the plural of this word and the plural of that word? And you're going, the geeses and gooses and so forth.
Don't you love hearing people doing your bits all wrong?
It's very flattering, man.
Hey, Steve, are you a Brian Regan cover band?
No,
that's good, man. I appreciate the fact that you like that.
No, it's excellent, man. I really do appreciate it. But and hey, listen, I was just down in Florida recently, and you guys were doing some Caddyshack bits earlier.
Oh yeah.
And I actually played on the golf course where they filmed it, called Rolling Hills Country Club.
I played there too, man.
Yeah, it's down in Navy.
What
it's absolutely hysterical. You get up to the first tee and you just you start cracking up.
Hey, Whitey. Where's your hat?
All right. Well, thanks for letting me call, guys. I appreciate talking to you. Take it easy, Brian. I'd hopefully see your show this weekend.
Thank you so much, man.
Bye-bye.
Where is that golf course?
In Florida?
It's either in Fort Lauderdale or between Miami and Fort Lauderdale, somewhere down there.
Bushwood. No gambling in Bushwood, sir.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, man, I'm I'm awake now.
You're awake?
I was laughing so hard at that cup of dirt bit that I got pulled over and I got a ticket for reckless driving.
You sure you weren't drunk?
Believe me. I was trying to get him to tune in and listen. And you guys I had you on the radio as I was talking to him, and I was trying not to crack up in his face. And that kind of blew it. That's when I got the ticket. He just kind of went back to his car and said, stay here.
You got to learn how to control yourself, Frank. Especially when you got the law in your face. That's very kind of you. Thanks.
I used to watch you all the time when Comedy Central used to be good and used to do the stand-up.
Oh, my God.
Now, you never get any good comedians on there. It's just one bad movie after another. But way back when you were on there all the time,
they do play the same old movies over and over again.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Frank.
Where can I find the CD?
It's you can just go into different music stores, or else you can go on the internet and just.
Do you have a web address I could get it from?
I should have that, but I feel like I'm living in the 1930s.
Frank,
I don't have an answering machine either.
Really?
No,
nothing. Huh?
Hey, Frank, I think we put a link up to on our website, where you can find Brian Regan's CD.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
All right. Do you have our website address?
What's that?
Oh.
Yeah, I have your website address.
Okay, all right.
Put him on hold. Somebody help this man.
All right, Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay.
All right,
Are you computer savvy?
I have a computer and all that, but I don't,
No. Some people are funny. You could tell they just have a website just for money, and someone else is running it completely because they come on and try to plug it. It's like, the world website. It's w.com.
And then part of my name is in there, but I couldn't get my whole name, so I had to put like a middle initial.
The perfect example was Buddy Ebsen. And we talked to Buddy Ebsen because, I guess one morning, huge write-up in the paper about how she was Buddy Ebsen every day until he drops dead, so we would get some press on having the last interview. And this son of a bitch is still alive. This is months ago.
We gave up on the bit.
So we were calling him every day, and it was really Buddy Ebsen. We had his home phone number, and he'd be like, well, no. And we thought we had it because, do we have the original Well Doggy anywhere?
Do we have it on there?
You've got to hear this.
Yeah, this is pretty funny. We haven't done this in a while.
We thought for sure he was going to go.
All right, so this is Well Doggy
about 5 years ago.
No,
not even 4.
3 years ago.
3, really?
Yeah, this is Buddy Ebsen 3 years ago.
Well, Doggy.
Now that's pretty good. That was over the phone. We called him, and he sounded perfectly healthy. One more time, if we can get the.
Well, Doggy.
Wow.
All right,
man.
So now we call him. I guess a year ago.
Not even. 8 months ago.
And we asked him to do the Well Doggy, and here it is.
Well, Doggy.
Now, we're seeing a definite dip in the health of Buddy Ebsen.
Oh, so maybe you got the last interview right there.
this was it.
Well, Doggy. Use it or lose it.
And here's the older one.
Well, Doggy. Well, Doggy.
The newer one.
Ouch. See?
There's a distinct difference.
And he's got a website, but he had no clue what it even was. Like, the guy's 100-and-something years old. So he's like, buddy, come, doggy, where? Jethro.bodine.granny.
I think when people tell you a web address and they don't realize how ridiculously long and complicated it is.
Yeah.
You don't have a pen or a piece of paper, and they think you're going to remember. It's www.egghead/97starblazer at earthlinkcom.wwebnet. Hey,
Little squiggly thing.
I'll check it out, man. That sounds pretty cool.
What was that after the www? Yeah, you would think they would just be able to make it easier. Like a phone number, you could reach anyone in the country on the phone. It's how many goddamn numbers?
I know.
9, 10? What is it? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. Right. I'm a moron.
We got 5 in mine, but everybody has a different kind of phone number.
I gotta climb up the pole. Sam Drucker here. I just climb up the telephone pole. Sarah? Sarah. That's all I do. Sarah, get me
www.buddy.net/.com. Comma net. But Earth.
Jethro's looking at pornography on the www.
Let's go. Mary, what's up?
Klondike 56035. That's Klondike.
Hey, Mary.
How are you doing?
We're talking with Brian Regan, having a lot of fun. He's at Caroline's all weekend. I don't even know if there are tickets available, but call Caroline's.
I love Brian Regan.
Thank you, Mary.
The last time you were on, I was at Dairy Barn.
You were where, I'm sorry?
Dairy Barn? Do you have those?
Dairy Barn?
Opie, do you know Dairy Barn?
Yeah.
Dairy Barn, very big on Long Island.
They have dairy barns around New York?
Are you from Long Island, Mary?
It seems like a farm
yes,
store.
I am.
Yeah. It's Dairy Barn. It's a little drive-through thing where you get milk and eggs and whatnot.
Beer.
They had
drive-through beer,
and it's got a big silo next to it for some, like they're working grain. It's a big barn-looking thing with a silo.
They have, and I grew up in Miami, Florida. They had farm stores down here, which is the same kind of thing. You just pull up and you shout your order to the person, and they got to scurry around and get it.
Yep.
And they go $3.50. Out of
you tell them
$5. And I like at the Dairy Barn when you want to buy beer, you have to get out of your car for some reason. Yeah, but I mean, what's the difference if they hand it through the window or you get out, grab it, and then get back into your car where you can do some safe drinking from the privacy of your front seat? Yeah, it is. It's some kind of wacky law. They can't hand the beer through the window.
All right, you're gonna have to get out into the back seat and get out the window on the right side. Come out, crawl over the hood, and then you got to take it one beer at a time.
And you have to drink it under the car.
You have to open each one and take a sip, and then you go back through the back rear window.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all
So what'd you have for Brian today, Mary?
Oh, well, the last time I heard Brian when he was on a few months ago, I was at Dairy Barn. I couldn't make my order. I was laughing so hard. And it happened again today, and it was stupid in school last time, and I would love to hear Brian do some of that.
You were at Dairy Barn again today?
I got pretty frequently.
What a coincidence. What is up with that?
There's something going on at the Dairy Barn.
It's very convenient.
It's like a magnet to you, Mary.
It is.
Well, I appreciate that you like that. And that guy called earlier about the plurals, and that was another part of...
He tried.
All right.
But I would much rather you do it.
Well, what it is just I didn't know how to make plurals in school. I mean, I'm still not very good at them. I just remember sitting there and a teacher going, Brian, how do you make a word a plural? Well, you say it's a plural now. No, Brian, how do you make a word a plural? You better be a plural. Brian, come on. How do you think about it? How do you make a word a plural? Oh, you put a S at the end of it. When? on weekends and holidays and... No, Brian, let me show you. So she asked this kid who was in my school who knew everything. His kid's name was Irwin. Irwin, what is the plural for ox? Oxen. The farmer used his oxen. Brian, what? Brian, what's the plural for box? Boxen. I bought 2 boxen of donuts. They had Twisty Goose. They had 1 lemon Twitter, but the Honey Crunch, they forgot to put the Honey Crunch. Brian, let's try another one. Irwin, what is the plural for goose? Geese. I saw a flock of geese. Brian, what? Brian, what's the plural for moose? Oh, no. Moosin. I saw a flock of moosin. There were many much moosin. There were many much moosin in the woods. In the wood is. The meese wanting the foods to eat in it. The meese were hungry. The meese were hungry to eat in the foods, and the wooding is in. The one that eating the food is in, the wooding is in. And the wooding, and the wooding is in. Brian. You're an imbecile. Imbecilin'. I hope everything's good in the dairy barn.
There you have it, Mary.
Oh. God, she's laughing too hard. She dropped her phone.
Yeah.
She has to get out of the car to get her beer.
Hey, Ty,
Yeah.
What's going on today?
Yeah, hey, Brian, I'm a big fan.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I was just wondering, one of my favorite bits you do is the phone, when people call you up with the wrong phone numbers.
Right.
I was wondering if you can do that.
Well, what's weird is people call you up and, they ask for a name, you tell them it's the wrong number, and they don't believe that. That's what just kills me. How can they not? Why would you make that up, And so then they have to tell you the telephone number that they're trying to dial, like they're like, this isn't 213-3125. So they don't believe me anyway. So I go like a million miles an hour. No, This is 998-7999. What the hell's wrong with you? What are you, drunk? You're drunk, aren't you? The guy won't try again for like an hour. Oh, man. I wasn't even close. Honey, you dial. I think I had the phone upside down.
Oh, man. God damn. There you have it, Ty.
All right, thanks, Skippy McGee.
Skippy.
Oh, okay. Now I'm having trouble breathing.
Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on, man. Appreciate it.
Brian